Meet the new BMW iX3, the all-electric SUV that promises BMW handling without the range anxiety of the older i models. It packs updated tech, a smarter cabin, and better efficiency, but it also carries a few trade-offs that might surprise you. Stick around as we break down the features that matter and where the iX3 still falls short. Rear-wheel drive electric layout. The BMW iX3 may look like a familiar electric SUV, but the moment you start driving it, you realize it carries something most EVs have lost. There's a bit of classic BMW character hiding beneath the silence, and that shapes the entire experience. Up close, the clean lines, sharp lighting, and balanced proportions give it a confident road presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the design shifts from subtle to tech-focused. Inside, the curved display, updated interface, and clean layout create a calm, modern space that's easy to settle into. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because this is where the iX3 draws a clear line between itself and the competition. The rear-wheel drive electric layout brings back the familiar BMW rhythm. Steering feels natural, the balance stays composed, and it responds with a precision front-drive EV rivals struggle to match. If you want an electric SUV that still feels like a driver's car, the iX3 delivers. 210 kilowatt single motor setup. The BMW iX3 doesn't shout for attention, but the moment you pull away, you realize there's more happening under the surface than the design suggests. It's an electric SUV that stays calm on the outside while hiding a surprising amount of power underneath. From the outside, the proportions are clean and balanced, with sharp lighting that gives it a confident look. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the design shifts from understated to modern and streamlined. Inside, the curved display and updated interface make the space feel polished and intuitive. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because this is where the iX3 shows its real intent. Its 210 kilowatt single motor setup delivers around 282 horsepower, giving it smooth, linear acceleration that feels natural rather than forced. The response is immediate, yet controlled, creating a refined driving rhythm. 74 kilowatt-hour usable battery pack. The BMW iX3 may not chase headlines with wild power numbers, but it takes a smarter approach to electric driving, and you feel that intention the moment you get behind the wheel. This is an EV built around balance, not bragging rights. From the outside, the design stays clean and confident, with sharp lighting and tidy proportions that give it a composed presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the calm exterior gives way to a sharper, more modern atmosphere. Inside, the curved display and updated software create a simple, intuitive space that keeps everything within easy reach. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because the heart of this SUV sits in its focus on efficiency. Its 74 kilowatt-hour usable battery pack prioritizes range and consistency instead of brute force. The result is predictable performance, steady energy use, and a driving feel that stays calm even when pushed. Up to 470 kilometers WLTP range. The BMW iX3 isn't trying to reinvent the electric SUV, but it quietly fixes one of the biggest pain points buyers still worry about: range. And the moment you look at the numbers, you can see why this model feels built for real travel instead of short hops around town. Its exterior stays clean and confident, with sharp lighting and balanced lines that give it a composed look. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the simple exterior gives way to a more modern, tech-forward space. Inside, the curved display, refreshed interface, and uncluttered layout make the cabin feel intuitive and easy to live with. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because this is where the iX3 makes its strongest case. With up to 470 kilometers of WLTP range, it's far more road trip friendly than many electric SUVs in its class. The distance feels achievable, not optimistic, and day-to-day driving barely dents the estimate. Adaptive M suspension. The BMW iX3 doesn't just aim to be another electric SUV. It tries to hold on to the familiar BMW driving personality, and you feel that intention the moment the road starts to twist. This is an EV tuned with more care than most. From the outside, the design stays clean and confident,
confident, with sharp lighting and balanced proportions that give it a planted look. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the calm exterior opens into a more modern, tech-focused space. Inside, the curved display, updated interface, and clean layout create a smooth, intuitive environment. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power and handling, because this is where the iX3 quietly separates itself. Its adaptive M suspension is tuned to strike a balance between comfort and sporty steering response. It softens rough surfaces without feeling loose, yet tightens up the moment you lean into a corner, keeping the SUV stable and predictable. Updated BMW Operating System 9. The BMW iX3 keeps its design calm and familiar, but the moment you step inside, you realize the tech has taken a major leap forward. This is where the SUV starts to feel genuinely new, not just refreshed. Its exterior stays clean and confident, with sharp lighting and balanced proportions that give it a composed look. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where BMW shifts from understated styling to a more modern and connected experience. Inside, everything revolves around the updated Operating System 9. The menus load faster, the app-style layout is easier to learn, and wireless updates keep the system feeling fresh without a service visit. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about how this tech complements the drive. The interface responds quickly, allowing you to manage navigation, media, and settings without the lag older systems struggled with. It keeps your focus on the road instead of the screen. 12.3-inch digital cluster and 14.9-inch infotainment display. The BMW iX3 may look composed from the outside, but the moment you step inside, the cabin makes it clear this is a modern electric SUV built for the digital age. It blends BMW's driving heritage with a fresh, tech-forward approach that immediately grabs your attention. Its exterior remains clean and confident, with sharp LED lighting and balanced proportions that give it a poised stance. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where understated styling transforms into something far more striking. Inside, the 12.3-inch digital cluster and 14.9-inch infotainment display merge seamlessly into a single curved panel. The result is a sleek, continuous interface that feels intuitive, futuristic, and deeply integrated with the driving experience. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk how this design complements the performance. Every glance at the digital panel provides clear, real-time information, while touch and gesture controls keep interactions effortless and distraction-free. Driver Assist Suite with Highway Assistant. The BMW iX3 may appear understated at first glance, but the moment you slide into the driver's seat, it becomes clear that this SUV has been carefully designed to combine comfort, technology, and confidence. It's not just about moving from point A to B, it's about making the journey effortless. From the outside, the iX3 remains sleek and balanced, with sharp LED lighting and poised proportions that give it a quiet road presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where modern tech takes center stage. Inside, the integration of BMW's Driver Assist Suite, including Highway Assistant, allows for semi-hands-free cruising on supported roads. Moving beyond the cabin, this feature complements the vehicle's performance and driving character, making long stretches of highway feel less taxing while still keeping control intuitive and safe. The system adapts to traffic, maintains lane positioning, and moderates speed, giving drivers confidence without removing engagement entirely. Heat pump system. The BMW iX3 may seem like any other electric SUV at first glance, but step inside and the engineering choices reveal a thoughtful approach to real-world driving. This is an EV built not just for city streets, but for every season. From the outside, the iX3 maintains sleek, balanced proportions and sharp LED lighting that give it a poised, confident stance. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where subtle styling meets modern tech and comfort. Inside, the focus on efficiency extends beyond the digital displays and driver controls. Moving beyond the cabin, let's talk how BMW ensures consistent performance even in harsh conditions. The heat pump system optimizes energy use in cold weather, keeping the cabin warm while preserving battery range. It stabilizes winter performance and reduces the efficiency losses that typically plague electric SUVs in freezing conditions. Improved acoustic insulation. The BMW iX3 may not shout for attention, but the moment you settle into the driver's seat, it becomes clear that this SUV has been carefully refined for a serene driving experience. Every detail has been considered to make the ride feel composed, even at speed. Its exterior remains clean and confident, with sharp LED lighting and balanced proportions that give it a poised presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where modern design meets thoughtful engineering focused on comfort and tranquility. Inside, the improved acoustic insulation immediately sets the tone. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about how this quietness enhances the overall driving experience. Even at freeway speeds, road, wind, and tire noise are significantly muted, allowing conversations, music, or navigation prompts to remain clear and undisturbed. 30-minute 10 to 80% fast charging. The BMW iX3 may look composed on the outside, but behind that calm exterior lies an electric SUV built for real-world convenience. It isn't just about range, it's about minimizing downtime and keeping you moving. The exterior stays clean and poised, with sharp LED lighting and balanced proportions that convey confidence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where subtle styling meets modern technology and practical comfort. Inside, everything feels intuitive, from the curved displays to the refined layout. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about how this SUV handles the one detail that makes or breaks EV ownership: charging. With a 150 kilowatt DC fast charger, the iX3 can go from 10 to 80% in just 30 minutes. That's enough to recharge for most road trips during a coffee break, keeping the driving experience seamless and stress-free. Full-size cargo usability. The BMW iX3 may appear understated on the outside, but step inside and the practical intelligence of its design becomes immediately clear. This is an electric SUV that balances everyday usability with the signature BMW driving experience. From the outside, its clean lines, sharp LED lighting, and balanced proportions give it a poised, confident presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where subtle design conceals clever engineering solutions that enhance convenience and comfort. Inside, the attention to detail continues beyond technology and seating. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about cargo, because this is where the iX3 surprises. Despite the placement of the EV battery beneath the floor, it offers full-size cargo usability with a completely flat load floor. Loading groceries, luggage, or gear feels effortless, and the generous space doesn't compromise passenger comfort. The expected starting price sits in the mid-$60,000 range. The BMW iX3 may look familiar on the outside, but its combination of technology, performance, and practicality quickly sets it apart. For buyers weighing their options, understanding how it fits in the market is just as important as its features. From the exterior, the iX3 remains sleek and confident, with sharp LED lighting and balanced proportions that give it a poised presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where modern design, advanced displays, and thoughtful ergonomics create a premium experience. Inside, the driver-focused layout and intuitive infotainment make it feel contemporary and effortless. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk value, because this is where buyers start making decisions. The expected starting price sits in the mid-$60,000 range, positioning the iX3 neatly between the Volvo XC40 Recharge and the Mercedes EQB. For those seeking a well-rounded electric SUV with BMW handling and a refined interior, it offers competitive value without compromising style or performance. Key competitors include: the BMW iX3 may look like just another electric SUV at first glance, but once you explore its features, driving experience, and practicality, it becomes clear that it occupies a unique space in the market. Its exterior remains poised and confident, with clean lines and sharp LED lighting that hint at BMW's signature balance of elegance and sportiness. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where modern displays, refined materials, and intuitive controls create a tech-forward yet comfortable environment. Inside, the driver-focused layout and seamless infotainment system make every journey feel effortless. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about how the iX3 stacks up against its peers. Key competitors include the Tesla Model Y, Mercedes EQB, Lexus RZ, and Audi Q4 e-tron, each offering different strengths in range, technology, and interior space. The iX3 holds its own with a combination of BMW driving dynamics, practical usability, and refined tech, making it a compelling choice for buyers who want a balanced EV experience. Value verdict. The iX3 may not dominate headlines, but it quietly delivers a package that will satisfy drivers who prioritize precision and comfort. From the first glance to the first drive, it balances BMW's driving heritage with the modern demands of an electric SUV. Its exterior remains clean and composed, with sharp LED lighting and well-proportioned lines that give it a poised road presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where modern technology meets a refined, driver-focused environment that feels both intuitive and luxurious. Inside, the curved digital displays, responsive infotainment, and carefully designed controls create a seamless interface. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk about how it performs on the road. The iX3 delivers classic BMW driving dynamics with confident handling and smooth acceleration. But this engineering comes with a trade-off. It's less suited for buyers seeking all-wheel drive or the fastest charging speeds.